Salutations, Negroids. Salutations. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? Who's in the building? Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Gotta throw a little shade. Little gynocratic shade being thrown. Gotta throw it. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Gotta throw some gynocratic shade. Oh man. Oh boy, oh boy. Got Bruce Wayne. Got Namer. Boy. I'm gonna tell you this and I'm gonna tell you now. We throwing shade at the gynocracy. Shame on you for trying to embarrass a young man. Shame on you. Shame on you. Literally. Trying to make a string, trying to do something right and positive. Not in this community, you will, you bastard. American woman, don't you talk away. Black American woman, why do you give me so much pain? Boy, I'll tell you, man, in this community, I'm just gonna tell you, it sucks out here, man. It sucks. It sucks, man. How you gonna be on a live stream? How you gonna be on a live stream, embarrass your kid, call him all kinds of names, do all kinds of disgusting things to embarrass him, and then get upset when he doesn't want to be near you? I'm just wondering this shit, right? But people will say we're lying about the gynocracy. It's all a lie. We make it up as we go. We make it up as we go. They don't treat their kids like this. I don't think black women love their kids. I'll say it. I'll fucking say it. I don't think you love your kids. I don't think that you. I don't think that you're good stewards of parenting. People may get mad at me for saying this, but I don't think so. The majority. I know there's some good moms out there, but not in this current state of the culture. I'm sorry. You can't convince me of that bullshit. You can't convince me. think you all are lying if you tell me something even remotely different. Even remotely different. I think you're lying. Now, this young man is making a live stream, 15,000 people. 15,000 people watching him live. It's embarrassing to grow up black. It can be. It's almost detrimental to one's health, man. Because you get no recourse. There's no solitude. There's no respect. There's almost nothing for you to do except be a victim. Nobody likes you. Everybody wants to give you flack. There's no reprieve. Let's just admit it what it is. It's a joke. The black community is a joke. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to point this out and say, look, you went out of your way to be an evil bitch to your own kid, your own flesh and blood. To prove what? Because you want to be in control. That's all. That is all. You're trying to embarrass them because you're an embarrassment to yourself. Everybody's terrible but you. Mine, mine, mine. You think women like that are married, single? The only reason you're not in jail is because the boy said in the interview he was thinking about his brothers and sisters, the younger ones. That's a damn shame that you know what? Nobody wants to deal with you. Nobody wants to be bothered with you. You're like the only mothers your own damn kids don't like. You notice that shit? Your own damn kids don't like you. Nobody's ever done shit to you. And the saddest part about it is that, you know, you can't even, you can't make this up. And it's a shame for the decent mothers who are doing a decent job. It's a shame for them because they got to deal with you. Your son is doing something positive that can actually start him revenue. And here it is, man. No encouragement. You just want to wait into this. All the little bullshit that you arguing about. It doesn't mean a hill of beans. He's not the only child in your house, apparently, because we know you have a lot of children. And this is when another streamer was helping a smaller streamer out, and he had 15 live viewers helping him out. That's what men do. We help people grow larger and stronger. We don't tear them down. Black women just even their sons. I mean, what's the point of tearing down a young black man? See, you're not great because of, you're great in spite of. It's shameful, man. Very shameful. You can't even be a great dude. You can't. There's no. I bet you she probably is the dream killer of her family because she's mad. She's pissed off about something. It's always man problems with chicks, man, especially black ones. Man problems. Always a man problem. Can't get a man. Want to have control. Want to be this. It's mine, 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 mine. My car, my house, my house. I do this. This is Black Woman 101. Black Mama Politics 101. Mine, 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 mine. Never can share. They always want your shit. They want you to pay a bill for a house they create. They create all these goddamn bills and want you to pay for them. And they'll have a grown ass nigga they just fucking on, won't pay shit. That's the gist of it, folks. Mine, 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 mine. Once he stopped, once he stopped being, subservient or useful, meaning I can make money off your ass. Nope, didn't see. I gotta go look at it again because I slept through it. I was tired when I watched it. I want you to think about this. Do you think that's gonna make a black boy want to date black women? Do you think that's gonna make that black boy say fuck this community? We need to be very cognizant of what this shit is going on. Stuff like that has lasting effects to a person's psyche. Black women don't even know you are actually the reason why a lot of kids, a lot of your sons, do not want to be around women like you. It's not because, oh, the black manosphere. That's because what you've done. What have you done? I want you to think about this. When you look at the stereotypes or the characteristics of black women, especially black mothers, are they known for being nice? The answer is no. some odd reason, the answer is no. I want you to really think about this shit, right? 15,000 people saw the gynocracy live in a living color. Black women are their worst enemies. They really are. All they got to do is keep talking. And I got nothing but love for you black women, but so you, all you had to do, all you got to do was actually be nice, be cordial, be in shape, be friendly. Well, self awareness means you have to have maturity. There's no maturity. That's actually scary. It's sad. No self awareness, nothing. What's up, Ja? What's up, Mike? What's up, Baby M? I want you to think about that. They always say that somebody's messing up their image, and it's not us. This is what you're doing to your son. Remember, this is your son. That boy, if he has a great enough string of 15,000 people and he keeps it going, can be the reason why his family could actually do great things. But no, you don't want to cultivate. You don't want to be decent. I want you to think about this, right? Difference between success, especially for a lot of boys, is going to be What's the support he gets from his mother? What's his father figure, the men in his family or around him in his life? I want you to think about that. If a tiger lady and a Jewish mom can make overachievers, why the hell is it that our mothers just keep burying us under the sand? Nobody wants to talk about that. Not openly. Not even openly. We're just tools. If we don't make mama look great, get her an apartment, get her anything, we ain't good enough. If you can run a ball 100 yards down a field or put another ball through a hoop and get pricked up for the pros, mama's going to guilt you into buying her a mansion, a house. Same woman who told you weren't going to be shit. Why are you playing these sports? They ain't going to do nothing for you. Black cultivation is something else. We truly don't give a damn about black boys' education and being the heroes of their own narrative. We truly don't. It's hard enough, and I do mean hard enough, just being a black male in America, just to survive. There's no support. We got to really look at this, and see how evil that was. That was just being evil. You know he was online. You were just having a rough day. I tell you, take out the trash. Something that could take 5 minutes at best. And there probably wasn't no trash to take. She just wanted to make an excuse. That's it. You're never great enough. You're not going to get any fucking benefits out of it. Either be smart enough to do shit or just die off. Nobody values you. It was abusive. And disgusting. Yep, I Show Speed Part 2. Cuss them out, say you don't love them, but then ask them for some money. That's all it is. There's going to be a lot of lonely black women out there whose own sons don't want to be near them. If they don't change this shit, which I don't think they will, it's scary. This is damaging. It's disastrous. This is sabotaging your son's confidence, his career. I mean, think about it. You can never have a hope or a dream that anybody will respect in the black community. And it makes you think. One of these creators said, "Hey, I'm gonna get you some backing." That's a lot of 15,000 live viewers is incredible. Even if $1 was donated by all 15, that's $15,000. I'm just shocked, man. Like, you don't like this person that came out of your belly? It's fucking wild, man. It's fucking wild. It's always somebody got to take the blame for this shit. Always. I'm just, I don't know how many times I had to say this, but we have no allies. Luckily, from what I heard, he got $20,000 and he's staying at a friend's house. Best believe Mama gonna be calling when she found out about the money. The sisterhood only likes you when you're a benefit and an option. You're not a benefit to her options, you're gone. You're gone. Nobody wants to say, hey, this is how black boys have to live. You literally were abusing, assaulting someone on television, on the internet. There's no crime or there's no law or rights that a black woman has to adhere to when it comes to black men. And you're right. The sisterhood is silent as usual. Silent as hell. Won't say shit. I've said it all the time, and women are starting to agree. A bitter, angry, curmudgeonous single mother is more dangerous than racism to her own son. And you are going to lie and say you're going to call the police to put you out, which the police cannot put you out because you legally live there. It's always a power play. Always a power play. I got to show my dominance over my son. But women will act like this shit does not exist. Women will always act like this shit doesn't exist. Why? It's like you're covering up for a crime. If I don't admit how fucked up we are, they're not going to admit how fucked up I am. Don't forget to stay hydrated, people. Your son could be a president, a business owner, anything. Why you better just fuck them over? The truth about it is that you're not supposed to have a dream. You're not supposed to have a life. You're supposed to do everything for them. It's like you're a parademon in an army of dark side. Dark side is. That's all you are. If you're not doing something for the so just the gynocracy, you're not doing anything positive. Even if you're not causing anybody any harm. You're not doing anything to anybody. If it's not for the gynocracy, it's not for them. It's actually fucking scandalous. But yet, somehow, the black manosphere is making this shit up. We're making this shit up. Look at the mothers of so many celebrities, especially on some of these reality shows, and they're fucking messing. They are a collateral liability, a catastrophic liability. No type of tact, embarrassing to their children, if they even lucky to have a spouse, disrespectful to them. You don't see that from the fathers. Not even Kirk Franklin could get a straight answer from his mama. 2 or 3 birth control, blood tests, parental tests later. Still can't get a straight answer from her. If she did this while on camera, imagine when the cameras are off. She was going to lie to the police. And I remember we had to arrest a lady for lying to the police just to get her son out the house. I keep telling y'all, this shit's shameful, man. It's shameful. The saddest part about it is really, it's not just the open embarrassment, it's the killing of confidence, the killing of self. You want them to leave out, but then you're going to charm your way and say, you can come back in if you're going to do what I say. Ma'am, people like you should never have children. People like you should never be in relationships. That's evil. You're right. Fathers encourage the sons. I mean, good God Almighty. We really got to look at this, man. This is the reason why I've told so many men the number one job of a father is to protect your children from the mother. And that shit starts real early, especially during postpartum and all shit like that. Man. It's okay if your son's a simp. It's okay if your son was a jailbird. I mean, think about that accomplishment a young man could have. He does this thing. He might not need a career. He can make money just like live streaming, playing video games, entertaining people. Make good damn money a month. It's shameful, man. See, this is what I hate. Good kids like him are getting bullied by their own damn parents. And nobody in the community saying shit. We just look at this shit and say, hey, this is normal behavior. That's all we want. Normalize this bullshit behavior. If that was my son, me and mom would have a serious sit down and talk. And for those of you who don't live in the same house permanently with your kids, get your kids. Get your kids as long as you can. Talk to them, teach them, cultivate them, love them, guide them, protect them. Because we just got nothing but bullies and abusers in our community, it seems like. Our love choice is abusing, belittling, and berating. That's our love language. There are some people who don't even have memories of their mother hugging them. Well, y'all don't know that. That's a thing in the black community. There are some black guys who don't even remember their mother hugging them or saying, I love you. I keep telling y'all, the world of the black man is a very cold one. I'm I'm so shocked. I can't even say I'm not. I'm shocked and appalled. I can't even say that anymore. I think she should have been arrested. Hmm. I'm just. I don't know. At some point, the world needs to say something, and they're too cowardly to say anything. Places like this have to exist. It should be a universal constant. Universal constant. This place should be a universal constant. Hmm. You know what? Let's tell the truth. Black women are too cowardly to say something. This is the trend. You'll see somebody abusing their kid and turn the other way. But you'll call somebody else abusive who doesn't do a damn thing to their children. You're cowards. They charge you with cowardness. You're not only seditious traitors, but cowardless. You're right, LAPD SWAT. ISIS, ISIL, Al Qaeda, and black feminists are menace to society. You're 5 times more likely to be physically or sexually abused in a single mother home. You gotta pay rent to stay in a house where she have a nigga that's not your father living there, and he can live scot free, use her car. She can't pick you up, can't pick up her kids. I mean, you're right. At some point, we need to call feminism what it is: a state-sponsored terrorism. It's anti-family, anti-men, anti-boys, anti-society, anti-standards. Because first of all, you could tell there was no father in that home. Mine, mine, mine. You got a bogard, you got to beat on a kid, but you're not violent. And we all know that's a fucking lie. So those violent people you know are women. But if your son would have defended himself, you would have had, you'd have been up there, cop and please. Like you're at the state's attorney's office trying to cop a plea right in court. And this is the reason why I do agree with the sentiment that it's not a gender war anymore because it's already been won. It's been won since COVID. Okay. When a lot of these chicks were losing their jobs, trying to proclaim their independence, which faltered, and men just said, nah, I ain't got to go dating anymore. I'm good. They lost. This is the last vestiges of hope. This is the last Hail Mary pass before it's triple zeros on the clock. There's going to come a time when people forget the old ways and survival is going to be very different. Nobody's going to look for you. Nobody's going to care for you. People don't realize this shit. Yep, Namer. The only winning move is not to play. When men say we don't want to be involved in your bullshit anymore, it gets difficult. What happens when young men are not convinced to go take a wife? And we really need to stop just thinking about relationships. When young men don't want to take part in society, who's going to protect your country? Who's going to innovate for your country? What happens? What happens when the heroes are gone? I want you to think about that. Not only are you facing an economic crisis, but you have women with the audacity to still say, I don't need a man. And men are doing just that, leaving the women to their own demise. You're right. We got the Visicals and the Barbarians at the gate, and they about to take that ram and go heave ho. Black mothers, I'm talking to you. This is not the time you need to be embarrassing your sons. Your sons may be the only salvation you get, sister. Not yet. Your sons may be the only salvation for you. And that tells you culturally, white women train their sons to be men and decision makers. Black women teach their sons to be effeminate, weak mentally, and an emotional and physical punching bag when needed. Very subservient. You're not taught to be a leader as a black boy if you're surrounded by a bunch of cadre of women. You become bitchy. And there's a stark difference because you become bitchy, sneaky, you know, condescending, conniving. It's disgusting what happens to a male when there's no a boy when there's no male role models around. And we accept this any nigga will do doctrine for a father. Oh, don't worry. I don't have to look who's my son's father. Any nigga do. Somebody will be a stepdad. Somebody's gonna want to pay for my struggles. I there's nothing else to say. You rather if they become too independent and stand up for themselves, the first thing they want to do is beat you back into submission. They don't want to cultivate your intelligence. I say, I shall say that, you know, hmm, it's incredible, man. Not shocking anymore, just incredible. You can't hide your fans after you threw the rock. You want to throw rocks, hide your hand. But now, men are coming for you. Or, better yet, men are not coming for you. They're not coming to the rescue. They said, we quit. The juice is certainly not worth the squeeze. That man could have been a computer scientist. You don't know who's looking at these streams. Somebody could have looked at him and said, I'm going to donate to your brand. I'm going to donate into your business. I'm going to be a donor. Hey, kid, we like what you're doing. We want you to be our new sponsor. Here comes Black Mammy. I hate world. I can't get my way. I'm gonna beat up on my kids. That embarrassed them in front of 15,000 people. That's why I always hated. Only black people proud of being abused by your parents. Oh, my mother beat me with a extension cord. She beat me with a train set. Yeah, she broke a broom over my shoulder. So all you hear are people talking about the stories of growing up with their mom, and all you hear is abuse. All you hear is abuse. That young man deserved better, man. And I pray that he's doing better. You kill the confidence of your own fucking children just for leisure, because you hate yourself. You hate yourself. You're despicable. What's up, Namer?
But why don't you just tell me what you want me to do? Because I obviously, you guys cannot appreciate it, brother. Every man should just look at his mother, go like, "Tell me what you want me to do," and then just realize, right?
You can't.
I'm sorry, mama. I can't do that. I'm not that man. I'm not the one for that. I'm not the one.
You can't. It's abysmal. That young man had 15,000 people. A big time streamer was helping small streamers out. And people are like, what the fuck?
What the hell is wrong with this mother? Why did she put her hands on the boy like that? What were you thinking? Do you understand how big of an impact this young man is going to make in these spaces, and the fact he's willing to help other streamers?
And a white dude streamer helped him out to get 15,000. I heard on the grapevine that he got a lot of about 20K in donations and counting for that shit.
Oh, he's going to be all right.
He said the
Hopefully, he's got out.
only reason he didn't call the cops on his mom was because of his younger sibling. I'm sorry, black men, but guess what? We're gonna have to stop being forgiving towards people who wouldn't forgive us and our transgressions.
I think from what I understand, it had everything to do with how CPS would have handled the situation. Child Protective Services would have split the kids up, and
Oh, they wouldn't have
some
split.
people have had.
They
They
probably
wouldn't.
they would do the first thing they would do is take him to
Uh-huh.
family, close as it can. Because I think he's 18, so Child Protective Services wouldn't be involved.
For him, no, but for his younger siblings, definitely. Why? Which state are they in?
Because if
Which
he's a,
state is this in?
I don't know. I don't know. Because number one, try to go to family
Mm-hmm.
as possible, and not break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just look at black motherhood, and you don't see cultivation. See you see substance. You see substance. As long as you do what I say, and I can never be wrong. Who can check me, boo? Blah 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 blah. Always.
You could ask many a black woman, what is the point of motherhood? And they wouldn't give you an honest answer. They'll give you a good answer, but underneath it is the real answer.
Mm, mm,
And sometimes, like Charles, do you remember the show Rock?
mm-hmm.
There was that one episode where Rock had to take Heavy D's daughter to visit Heavy D in lockup, and he had to explain to his daughter why she was staying with Rock and everybody, but Charles just doesn't scare a family,
Mm-hmm.
and why she couldn't stay with her mother. And he had to explain to her that everything he did was to protect her from her mom because her mom had a substance abuse problem, and he did not want his daughter caught up in all of that.
Nope.
And it was best safe that it was better that she was safer with one of his coworkers. Not that he couldn't trust his next of kid, but it was better that she be safe with one of his best friends and coworkers.
Yep.
And she did well with him. Although they had to protect her from a lot of people.
You gotta think about it, man. You raised in a black community. Now, as a thing, you're born into a dangerous one.
Hmm. I mean, like the character Andre played by Clifton Powell. He approached her in a way, and Rock had to say, "You got to go. Don't ever come near her again." Or I remember another episode where they talked about like the rising cost of healthcare. But she broke her arm and had to take her to a hospital and find out it was going to cost her $800. $800 to get her cast and shit.
Oh yeah, Tether Campbell.
Yeah. Hey, you started it, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it and run with it.
Since you're not a tether, it's kind of
Mm.
funny, more so funnier to call you Tether Campbell because you're not even a tether.
I never understood that insult, but looking at it and going like, come on. Yeah, there's some people out there who faking the funk. Yes, I can understand that.
Yeah.
And then there's some guys who are genuine, have solidarity with y'all. But sometimes when some shit gets so heated that sometimes you end up, committing unforced errors and we're going to call you end up fragging people. You start fragging folks, man. You commit for friendly fire. This is why when shit gets too emotional, I'm just like I'm gonna leave you be.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't. You can't. You're not the right. I want to work. I mean, we can work together, but I don't know where your head's at right now. So I'm just gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna go about mine. You go about yours.
Well, it's no different.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're gonna make jokes, but a tether is more so somebody who's taking U.S. benefits.
Mm-hmm.
They're not from here, but they claim they know the black experience better than black people in America.
Immigrant coons would be more accurate.
And they try to berate black American people.
Mm-hmm. not knowing the true story of why things are the way they are. It's just like somebody saying, "Why can't you do what I can do?" When you don't understand that you are seen in a different way. Like I can understand the fact that when I talk to a white American and they realize I'm from this part of the world, they look at me in a strange way. There's some people who see me as a human being, but there are some people when they look at me, they see me more as an exotic fascination because I don't have the cultural baggage that you guys have. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. When I say emotional, historical baggage, because that's that baggage you guys have to carry with y'all. That's a cross y'all have to bear. I don't have that. And when they talk to me in a certain way because they see me as this, that, and the third. And I have to learn how to use that, but also understand, okay, so that's what you think of me. And now I understand why you look, and I understand how you think of African Americans. I don't know if you ever checked out, where'd everybody go? Just welcome back.
It's emotional baggage. This is results of slavery as you see it.
Yeah. It's historical baggage that you guys have to have. And it's,
What you saw
I mean,
on
unless you have a better term, for me to use.
what you seen on that video with the mom beating and berating her son, that's emotional
Mhm.
baggage.
Emotional, psychological baggage, that is abuse, that is going to scar him for life. And don't be surprised if he chooses to find a non-black woman or a black woman of another persuasion as a life partner. Yeah, I know some people hate that term, but it is what it is. And I know some people just just start gagging when they hear that term because of how some people use it. But it is what it is. If he's looking for a black woman as a significant other, he's probably going to try someplace else. Don't be surprised if he decides to get his passport and go overseas.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be here because
Mm-mm.
Mama showed you that.
Trust me, man. It's not like you're going to be like Trick Williams and Lash Legends. For all you WWE fans, you know what I'm talking about.
That's lucky.
She's from Atlanta. He's from Philly. I'm like, shit. Yo, you checked out Callie Armstrong? What's her name? Callie Armstrong from NXT?
Yeah, nice body.
Boom.
Nice, real good body.
I want to put a hurting on that one.
Yeah. I'll put all the angry foot in there. Uh,
Give her that business. I'll be like, oh.
I just
But
don't.
anyway, but like I said, it's like when you are that kind of abusive to a child, especially to a boy. Dr. Umar Abdullah Johnson had a point when he said like women are extra abusive to their sons when the son reminds them of the father, especially if the boy has a striking resemblance to his father.
That
They're
means
extra harsh with their abuse.
coontastic. I mean, look at it.
Hmm?
Look at that Sandogs. I mean, you got to look at it. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look at we look at our kids
Uh-huh.
and don't really say what needs to be said. We need to really look up and say, you know what? What the fuck's going on? Stop being
Mm-hmm.
cowardly. Stop being cowardly. and be respectful.
Charles, there's a song that comes to mind when I think of stuff like that. Do you remember Babyface had that song with Stevie Wonder? How come? How long? You ever heard that song?
Mm-hmm.
Just like what Stevie said in the bridge, he said, "We cannot ignore whenever we see the signs, because any kind of abuse, God knows, is a crime."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's easy to sing about a woman being abused by a man, but no one wants to talk about when it's the other way around. Oh, ABM is back, by the way. Welcome back, brother.
It's
No,
Hey, what's good, man?
what's up?
that's good, man. Hey, ABM, let me ask you a question. Since we're talking about abuse and everything, do you remember Babyface had a song called "How Come, How Long" with Stevie Wonder?
No,
You don't remember that song?
no.
Okay. Oh, it was a good song, man. Because in that song they were talking about abuse and everything. They were talking about domestic DV, but what Stevie said in that song should apply to this conversation. Like everybody goes like nothing is wrong because we can tell is what we like to tell ourselves, but we know that's not how it happened that way.
It's at the risk of sounding like a broken record because we literally talk about this every stream. BGS talks about it, and so many other people they talk about it. I mean, this is just a lot of black mothers.
This is Black Mothers period.
This goes back to Boys in the Hood. There's a reason why. Uh, um, um, what's my man name? The director, Singleton.
John Singleton, God rest his soul.
That's why he put it. That's why he put that in there. That mother, you know what I mean, Rick, different,
Mhm.
two boys, different daddies, of course. She loves Rick. She hates Doughboy. It's the
The
reason
Doughboy
Singleton
starter
put
point,
that in the
yeah.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is common, and it's been common with black people in America. There's a lot of mothers who just can't stand their fucking children, particularly the males. And it's always the same shit. You ain't shit just like your father. Funny part is, though, you were fucking a mom.
Bro.
Without any protection, mom.
And you know what I mean? You a lot of this, we talk about pookies and we talk about the criminals and the YNs and shit. You know, bottom line is a lot of them little motherfuckers, man, they get that shit from the mothers. The mothers made them that way. Some are intentionally and some is intentional. Like not intentionally. Like Blueface, for example. His mother made him that way. She did that shit purposely. His mother's trash. And
Mm-hmm.
she raised her son to be trash just like her. Uh, what really pisses me off is, again, sounding like a broken record here. You never see black women talk about this shit. When it comes to black women, there is only one fucking problem in the black community. That's black men. That's it. Nothing else. Black men. A whole building conversation. You black men don't build shit. Okay, great. Now, look at this boy right here. What do you want him to go fucking build? Further and furthermore, why should he have to go build? Why should he go build for a community with mothers that treat him the way they treat him? Why should he have to go build? I show speed. What's the Haldeman kid? I saw that video not that long ago. Him and his
Mm-hmm.
mother. He was a
Casanat.
passport bro. I mean, the list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the proof in the pudding. And I hope he keeps getting donations. I think they said they donated 20K to him.
I hope this is the catalyst, what really just sparks his
For what?
platform and allows him to take off.
And
I really do. I really fucking do. And my only advice to the kid is leave your motherfucker alone. But see, here's what's going to happen, and this is the unfortunate part.
what's up?
Unfortunately,
Hmm.
what's going to happen is he's going to look out for his siblings, which means he's going to have to still deal with that mother.
Hmm.
And this is when the manipulation and shit comes in.
I took care of you. I gave birth to you.
I mean, look
You
at
put your
ISOC.
hands on me. Hmm.
You kicked him out, sent him to go live with dad, but then when the money came, now here you go. Always have your fucking hand out. You didn't encourage him,
Once,
but
once.
yet you want.
Go ahead.
We talk about the athletes going broke and shit.
Hmm.
A big chunk, not the only reason. I'm not saying it's the only reason. I'm not saying it's the main reason, but a big chunk of that is because they're taking care of their fucking mothers.
Hmm. And they live this lavish lifestyle.
I mean, the
Their
gynocracy is
mothers,
fucking crazy.
everybody around them,
The
the whole
gynocracy is crazy.
entourage.
When,
Hmm.
when Kevin Durant won MVP, right, and he's
Hmm.
doing all this crying and shit, and oh, mama, you're the real MVP, mama, and he's on. Dude, what are you crying for? You grew up in fucking Silver Spring, Maryland.
You're
What
not.
the fuck is the crying about, nigga? You wasn't poor. You didn't struggle.
Not like
You
Amari
never missed a
Stoudemire.
meal. I mean, what is all the crying about?
It's a spectacle.
Allen Iverson didn't do all that shit when he won MVP, and they were dirt poor.
Yeah.
But it's always a spectacle and idol worship.
I mean, we always feel like you fucking owe your mother. You didn't ask to be born, dude. No, she owed you. Oh, mommy had to work hard, and mommy that's her fucking job.
Yeah.
But who taught him to play ball? It wasn't her. It was his basketball coaches.
But they don't get thanked.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Oh,
You know
yo.
what? You know what really, really pisses me off when you go back to this kid.
Hmm.
Mommy doesn't encourage this. But let's say he was really good at basketball. Mommy would come up with all the money in the fucking world for AAU.
Because you know why? This little nigga gonna get me out the hood. I'm gonna
But
back.
she's too dumb to understand how this can also get her out the fucking hood because she's old school.
She's an old, she's an old angry bitch.
What are you doing
God, it
playing
fucking
video
pisses
games,
me
man?
off.
That's for kids. What are you
It,
doing that
it,
Twitch stuff?
it pisses me off that I mean, man, dude, I can tell you stories about I was watching shit like this when I was a kid. I
Hmm.
remember I had it was friends. There were three brothers, two twins that was my age, and then a younger brother. And their mother had a drug problem. And I remember
Oh,
being over their house one day because moms would disappear for days at a time and shit. And I remember one day we were sitting in the living room watching TV. Moms came in the house, told the twins come in the kitchen, and I can hear every word. She's like, "Look, here's the rent. Y'all gonna have to pay the phone bill and the electric bill. Y'all gonna have to figure that out. I ain't got it." And she left back out. And they came back in the living room, and you could see one had a look on his face like, "Man, what the fuck are we gonna do?" And the other one, he had just a mean look on his face, like he just hated life. You know what I'm saying? That's what led them to selling dope. They started selling drugs from that moment right there. I,
Yeah.
I remember it vividly.
damn.
Forced your sons into live. You forced your sons into complexual poverty and hell.
A lot of people don't understand how real it is because we are all products of our environment, for good or bad. We're all products of our environments. Those of you who are not part of the ratchet environment, you've never had to deal with it. Stories like that sounds absurd. It sounds like I'm making it up.
Yeah, that is Baltimore 101.
I mean, that's every day. That's everyday fucking life in this town.
Yeah.
That is common. It is commonplace.
I,
I have watched mothers hate their fucking sons my entire life. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. My entire fucking life.
this is
Again, those of you who had mothers who loved you like a mother's supposed to, you might hear that and say that's preposterous. I'm telling you, I've watched this shit my entire life. I have two buddies I went to school with, and you know what I mean. Hey, I'm not encouraging this, but they ended up beating the shit out of their mothers, both of them,
Oh shit.
because moms was just so fucking hard on them. I mean, you wouldn't believe it.
Overbearing would be more
Just
accurate.
overbearing, just up their ass. You can't come outside. You can't have a good time. You can't have company. You can't take a phone call. You can't fucking laugh. You know what I mean? You can't make a mistake. And they just ended up
That
snapping.
goddamn controlling, bro.
They
That
just ended
goddamn
up snapping.
controlling. Shit.
I've seen it.
and how they treat their daughters compared to they're jealous of their daughters, but they'll teach their daughters how to manipulate men and go to college. They'll manipulate you physically by beating on you, but then she'll come back around and say, "You're not going to give me that $20."
The
The guilt
physical,
trip.
the physical abuse, the verbal abuse, the mental abuse, sometimes sexual abuse.
Right.
It is common fucking place.
A lot of motherfuckers thought Precious was just theatrical. No, it's reality. Look what she was doing to her daughter. Imagine some of the sons. You got parents who got sons, 12, 13 years old, and tell the son to sleep in the bed with them. You don't know how to get out the bed. No, you didn't make him get out the bed, you idiot. Some things are just disgusting.
I mean, we talk about it all the time about these mothers, and they raise these boys to be damn near boyfriends.
He's cute. That's
Is it
cute.
a surprise? Is it such a surprise that sexual abuse comes afterwards? I mean, you're raising
No.
them to be damn near boyfriend for you. I mean, what the fuck does a boyfriend do?
Hmm.
Imagine how many of these women allow their boys to be abused sexually by women they know. And the justification for that is, and when they, after they do it, the justification is, well, at least you know for sure he likes girls.
At least
At
he's
least
not.
he ain't gay.
I'm seeing this online now where I'm seeing Gen Z chicks saying this.
Mm-hmm.
My son get bitches. I'm seeing this. I want my son to get bitches.
Not,
Why?
not read, not do well in school. Bitches.
Sexualizing your child, your kid. Not I want my son to get good grades. I want my son to get bitches. I mean, that's a quote. That's what they're saying. Not I want my son to get girls. I want my son to get bitches.
Hmm.
ABM, there's a woman, I'm going to tell you here. There's a white woman here I know. She has a 10-year-old son. And he just started fifth grade last week. This is now it's going to be second week in school. She is very hands-on in his upbringing. She encourages him to do whatever he wants. In fact, She's a lifetime game. She's a millennial like myself, a lifetime gamer. When I was talking to her son, I asked him what his favorite game was. He said likes to play Roblox. She tells me that she also plays, whenever he plays Roblox, she's there with him all the time just to make sure there ain't any suspicious characters roaming around in those servers. That is a mother bear right there. Not only do they encourage, because I've noticed white mothers not only encourage their sons, but their children, but they also have to make sure to keep an eye out for their children because they understand what kind of sick fucks are out there, especially online servers like Roblox and whatnot.
I mean,
They're very hands on.
man, you gotta look at it like this, man.
Mm-hmm.
The average parent really don't give a fuck about their kid. They
Yeah.
really don't. The average black mom does not really enjoy being a parent. Why do you think the kids always want to go to daddy? The average black mom does not enjoy being a parent. They look at it as a burden. You stopping me from having fun. It's always fun, fun, fun. I could have been I could have been married. But yet, this is the reason why I told my friend today. When you got 33 different ways of preventing pregnancy, I don't care. I said, why do you have a baby by somebody and they skeeting in you?
Mm-hmm.
You still have the option of abortion and still in many states. Or
You could have had
could
just
have had
taken the pill in the first place to avoid it
could have just
altogether.
you even still have the option of plan B.
Yeah.
What options do we have? No matter how much we can cream up in you all day long. I mean, just shoot up the club. Guess what? If you don't want to have our baby, you're not going to have our baby. And that's the pinnacle of what it is. And like ABM said, it's a dead horse. This shit doesn't surprise anybody who's been in this space long enough.
Mm-hmm.
This is just giving more to and more validity to our statements. To every live stream, every research, this is giving us credible reliability and notoriety. So when we look at this folly of parenting, we got to say to ourselves, why do you think nobody comes back and gives back to the black community? What are you giving back to? A bunch of drug dealers, a bunch of prostitutes, a bunch of people who just didn't like you?
A bunch of ingrates.
A bunch of people that never believed in you in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Notice everybody's hands, start to look like cups when you get some money.
Oh man, everybody. What is it they say? Everybody's your friend when you buy in the bar. Everybody's your friend when I remember. Was it Jesse the Body Ventura once said this when Ron Simmons was WCW World Heavyweight Champion when he came to the ring on a pay per view, and he said like because when he was going out to the ring, he was like he had Teddy Long holding the belt for him, and they were surrounded. And he was surrounded by security, and he said like you see how everybody's around Ron Simmons. It's like now he's won the belt. He's got all these hangarounds. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. You win the title, and now you got 40 new friends who want a piece of your wallet. A song that comes to mind when I think about this is Rick James and Temptations singing "Standing on the Top," because they talk about when you're on the top, this is what happens to you. When you're on the low, this is how people treat you. Just like how rappers say, it's funny how people treat you when you ain't got shit. Before and after you become big.
I'm looking at it. It looks like young man's going to be okay. Psychologically, I hope he does get professional help. You know, reach out, talk to the elders. I don't know what his relationship with his dad is, or the men of his family, but let's get mental help. It's just evil, man.
Not just him, but also his siblings. Think about that. Hopefully,
If she
his siblings are taken somewhere safe, are taken out of that situation.
think about it, man, what would she do if the camera wasn't rolling? She said that she was going to call the police and lie that he threatened her. There you go.
Damn. That tells you everything you need to know right there. If she's willing to do that, so just to destroy this boy because he's not doing what she wants him to do, I'll tell that brother, get the fuck out of there.
She just hates him, dude.
Just don't like to admit there's a lot of parents who hate being parents and hate their kids and just take all their frustrations out on their kids.
And you know why, Charles? Because he was a check baby.
It was a check. What did I say last time? A lot of niggas only came to this world because of two reasons. Either your mother was getting fucked, and that gonna fuck up back of a goddamn vehicle, and you either keep a nigga baby or a check baby. She can't usually want anymore. So guess what? You gotta go.
Yeah, he was a check baby. And with all
Oh,
this
wow.
Trump cutting stamps and all that shit, she probably don't even get shit for him.
Nope.
Probably cut his food stamps and shit. Yeah, get the fuck out. I mean, this is just another truth. This is just another reality that a lot of black people don't like to talk about. A lot of these women they hate their fucking sons because, frankly, he was a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother gave birth to you. The reason why your mother didn't abort your ass is because she wanted to get on a housing list because she didn't get along with her fucking mother.
And it's a cycle.
And now you're 18, she don't need you anymore.
Except to come,
In fact, you're just taking up space.
except to come beat up her boyfriend.
That could be a part in this that we don't know about. Maybe the boyfriend got a problem with him.
Usually that's what it is.
If if there is a boyfriend, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I
the
mean this can yeah. I mean it can be anything.
others will change the fuck up when they get a man.
Hmm.
Especially against their own kids.
Oh yeah.
Especially against their own kids. They will change the fuck up on you.
I watched Sergeant Willie Pete's latest video earlier, and I was reading the comments,
Hmm.
and some Keisha was in the comments mad. And the video wasn't even about black women. He was talking about white supremacy, but she brought black women up for some reason. And God damn it, I don't like what you say about FBA women and whoop de whoop. And I replied to her and I said, well, why do you watch this fucking shit? If you got a problem with them, don't watch them.
Hmm.
But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I didn't see her comment on this video.
Hmm.
In fact, I looked. I didn't see. I saw Messy Michonne. She did her thing. I didn't see a lot of black women speaking about this. I saw maybe one or two.
Nope.
Everybody pokes their head in the sand like a fucking ostrich when you see this shit.
Tells you everything you need to know. So that you know where everybody's head's at and what they think of everybody.
I just hope nothing but the best for this dude. I hope his platform takes off. I hope he gets far, far away from his mother.
He's creating a new platform.
Who, him? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
I did
He
see
said,
some
"I hope."
black chick. I saw some light skinned black chick donate some money to him.
Oh,
She was talking about it on her platform. Like I said, I don't know. I only saw a couple black women he was speaking on this. Not many.
I'm in here. One
Like I
for
said, you will never see black women have their roundtable discussions about this shit. Look what
why
BGS
would they?
played earlier. BGS was playing some black chick, still got an axe to grind against Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels been dead for years now.
and still got to talk. I mean, Kevin Samuels is more free than kids. It's like Star Wars. If you strike me down, I only become more powerful.
Your power's a weak old man.
And the sad part is, you call the nigga gay, but the nigga literally died as a pussy. Literally, that
He
shit.
died in some. He died in some good pussy, non-black pussy. That is apparently.
And here's the crazy part, right? Speaking of that, you got
Mm-hmm.
every guy, especially a black man, who disagrees with you, gay. Oh, you must be gay if you don't like me. No, you're not attractive, or you're.
Yeah,
It,
that's a big. That's a big excuse every woman has. She said that when a guy turns her down, what does most women say? It's either he's taken or he's gay, or even nowadays they'll say, "Oh, he's probably into a little mind. He's probably a PDF." Bitch, the fuck is wrong with you? Just because I don't like you does not mean and I'm in that kind of twisted shit. I mean, hell, they will call a guy who prefers if a man is 40s, guess was a woman in her 20s. Women his age are going to quick to call him a pervert and all that. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? That is not a baby he's with. He's with somebody who's a consenting adult. There is an age. There's age consent here. She's well above it.
you didn't even have women talk much about that tranny
Which one?
who slept with the what was it? I forget the name. The one who was with a 13-year-old. You didn't even hear women talk much about that.
Nope. Oh, but they hate gay though.
They did. But the,
Ah,
but the sad dog,
Even though some experiment.
idol worship, man. Idol worship.
I
Seek the
don't.
kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added unto you.
Uh-huh.
We have in this place is idol worship. This is this. I'm gonna give you my black toe opinion. Nobody has to agree. You can't call yourself a real man till you separate yourself from women, alcohol, whatever, whatever freedom, and dig deep into your studies or journey, your hero's journey. And when you're able to dig deep and focus on yourself without women, you have power because you'll see women as either an asset or liability, and not something that's a necessity, which is the wrong thing that we're taught that women are a necessity. We look at it, we're always taught, oh, you're not going to get any bitches, no pussy. Why is a woman? That's why you'll never get a woman. Why do you try to insult a man to think the pinnacle of my life is a woman? They're not. So, a lot of dudes realize you actually start making strides in your life when you're by yourself.
I remember a certain MGTOW talked about that. He said, sometimes a man needs to isolate himself so he can have time to self-reflect, look really and be honest with what's going on with him, and then realize, oh, that's what's, and you realize you're alone with your thoughts, you're alone with yourself, and you have to come face to face with what you are and what you're about. And you find the solutions and the motivations to be better. Because you can't lie from yourself. You can't hide from yourself. Even if you break a mirror, you're still going to see yourself the next time you see it.
That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The black community has an intellectual problem.
Intellectual retardation, intellectual stagnation. You find yourself in a place where you are not allowed to be a thinker, intellectual, being smart. And this goes back to slavery. Because remember, you guys were bred a certain way. The book smart ones, they didn't survive. They had to act like they were dumb just to survive. Why do you think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar talked about, like when he was in high school, he had to hide his books because he didn't want people to know he was intellectually smart. And he got accused of sounding white when he spoke. Just like Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air talked about, he used to go to school, he used to go to class with his books in a pizza box because he didn't want the guys to know he was studying. What the hell was wrong with you? I mean, you wanted to go to school on, you wanted to go to college on a basketball scholarship because you love basketball, but they're not going to let you just play without, making the grade. That's why you had a movie like The Program that explains a lot of the shit that goes on in college athletic programs, college football in particular.
Speaking of college ball, Nick Saban was telling a story about how Musa Muhammad had gotten some trouble, and people was telling Nick Saban that they should cut him. And Nick Saban said, "I'm not cutting him. Like, well, cut him and then do what? Like, what does he do now that he's been cut from the football team? What do you want him to go on and do?" He said, "Look at Musa Muhammad now. He got his daughters in fucking. His daughter go to one of them Ivy League schools, Princeton or something, Harvard or some shit. You know what I mean? He's married, millionaire many times over." He said, why can Nick Saban understand, but nobody else can? Why does it take Nick Saban to give a black man some fucking grace, to give a black kid some grace? But your own fucking mother can't?
I don't believe in that.
What do you expect him to do after you tell him to give up his dreams and do something else? What do you want him to do? What, you want him to be a bricklayer? You want him to do this, that, and the third? Are you willing to bring him down because his success reflects negatively on you? Or does it remind you of all the things you can't accomplish?
Yeah,
Some people are just
exactly
weird like that.
It's exactly that. You're just mad. Things ain't going right in your life. You're past your prime, and you just want to take your frustration on your fucking son. And now that he's gone, you still got the other kids. All you going to do is just take it out on them now. And then
CPS
that
needs to
just
step
puts
in.
extra pressure on him because all he's going to think about is his little brothers and sisters now. And I was like, I got to get, so this unbearable pressure is now on the back of an 18-year-old, and it shouldn't be that way.
No.
We like to send our kids out unprepared for the world. Get out, get out. Why? Because you got a new nigga. I mean, get out,
You're
get out.
18. You gotta go. You gotta go to school.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Yeah,
Oh, you hear? Get out, get out, get out. My
I've said it 1,000 times on this platform. You've heard me say it. Black people love to kick their kids out in the fucking street. You got no trust fund, no college fund. You got nothing to give these kids. You send them out in the world with fucking nothing.
Get it out the mud like I did.
And then
What?
some other podcast tomorrow we'll be talking about black men don't build and black men supposed to pay all the bills and all this type of stupid shit. Nobody wants to talk about that fucking 18-year-old who got kicked out of the house. He ain't even do shit.
and then you wonder why to survive so many of these 18-year-olds go to a crime.
Somebody said one time that if you're a black man in America and you were born in the ghetto and you make it to middle class, that's a miracle. Isn't that
Wow.
sad? Middle class, not rich, just middle class.
Carrying that same gynocentric mindset and mentality, no matter where you go.
Let me ask you a question. Nowadays, because ABM, your son finished high school, didn't he?
Yes.
When he was in school, was there a guidance counselor? And if
Yeah.
so, was it a black man or a black woman?
It was a white man, actually.
Oh, that's a little tricky right there because sometimes you don't know if that person could be encouraging or that person might be discouraging.
Here's something I didn't know. And if you look up the stats will show you. In America, often males
Mm-hmm.
will start to rebel, like when they start getting to the finish line of graduating high school.
Mm-hmm.
And my son did a little bit of the same thing. His junior year going into the senior year, he did the same thing. And it's like a psychological thing. It's like subliminally it's the idea of graduating high school and now you're going to be an adult and it's like, oh shit, what do I do? What do I do now? You know? And it's kind of scary for a lot of males. So they tend to rebel towards the end
Or
of the high school year.
self-sabotage. Yeah, and it's self-sabotage a little bit because they just don't understand that. Because right now it's like an anxiety. Like, what am I supposed to do next? Because a lot of them don't think ahead like that. There's very few who do think ahead and have somebody in the corner to let them know. Just no, don't do anything stupid right now. Very few have that.
Just like statistically, it's quite common for males to drop out of college after the first year. Nobody ever has grace for young men. Nobody ever has nobody ever cares to understand young men. And I remember I was talking to I know this guy used to teach. He was a professor. Taught at several schools. He graduated Howard, taught at Howard, graduated Harvard, taught at Harvard. And he was telling me the same thing. When the guidance counselor told me that, I called him up. And he was like, yeah, that's quite common. And in fact, because my son went to a big high school, arguably the biggest high school in my city. And he was telling me about how boys usually get lost. The bigger the high school, the more lost they're gonna get. It's very easy for the boys because the teachers and shit, they focus on the girls. They'll let boys slip through the cracks quick. And this is a college professor telling me this.
Damn.
You know, nobody ever has grace for young men, young boys. No encouragement, no grace, no understanding. It's
A
nigga,
lot
you
of them
ain't
are
shit.
told to man up.
Why does an 18-year-old have to hear nigga, you ain't shit? Why does an 18-year-old have to hear about what they don't pay? What they don't pay around the house? You don't pay bills here, nigga. 6 months ago, that boy had to ask permission to go to the fucking bathroom when he was in school. Now you're talking to him like he's 30. But that's what black boys go through in America. That's what they got to go through from their own mothers.
I mean, you're talking to him like he's your arch enemy.
Like I said, Austin Harleman, when I saw that video, him and his mother, you don't pay shit around here. You don't do shit. You can get out my house and you can take that car you bought. So wait a minute. So you driving a car he bought? Talking about what he don't do? Again, this is your
He bought
son.
himself his own car, and you tells him he ain't shit.
And of course, what did she say in that video? Just like your father.
Mm-hmm.
So you told on yourself with that. Your problem with your son is daddy's not there. So now you're taking it out on him.
Exactly what Dr. Umar be telling people, you know. Mothers, when they take the resentments of the father out on the son, especially if the son has any resemblance to the father. They're extra harsh.
Yeah, I've always said
Yes.
that. If that boy start looking like that, the more that boy grows up, start looking like that father, the more help she gonna give you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if dad was quite a charmer and a good looking man himself. That boy's gonna be growing up to be that boy is going to attract a lot of women's attention.
Yeah, and guess who's in competition with those women?
Mom. That's why they try to infantilize their sons.
Mm-hmm. I'm just you're treating your son like a arch enemy. To do what? To make you feel better because you're miserable? The family members when you see they turn around.
Or like in Precious, remember how Mary, played by Monique, said, well, "What about me? What about my feelings? Who's gonna make me feel good? You, bitch. You are. A man I can't love you any more than you can love yourself. That's the truth. You cannot love a woman any more than she loves herself.
I mean, it's a
So if a woman has a lot of self-esteem issues, just leave her be. You can love her from afar, but you cannot love her, man. You're just gonna be like Billy D. Williams and Lady Sings the Blues. You want to help this woman, but all she's gonna do is bring you down. You gotta walk away and let her destroy herself.
I mean, it's sad because you're going through the minefield what we call life already, and then you have almost no backing, no encouragement from your parents. It's burden. It's a burden.
Mm-hmm. It is burdensome indeed.
I mean, what else do you want from your son to be great and respected as a man? That's why a lot of them are not invited to those houses because they're like nobody's gonna up in my Nobody's gonna upend, their life. It's like the whole
Everybody asking, let me hold on, let me hold a couple of dollars here and there. Why don't you do something for the hood? Why don't you do something for the community? The same community who crapped on you and said you weren't going to make it.
That's all you were for the longest time to your people was a beast of burden. You're just a beast of burden.
How
A
is a
mule.
10-year old? How does a 10-year old working? What the hell?
I mean, you're encouraged to do fuck shit. Hell, some of your parents encourage you to sell drugs. Gee, which ones? Mm. I mean, at some point, if your son becomes a success, what if they start looking back and saying, wait a minute, you didn't take care of me like that? I, I'm lost for words because there's so many people who want attention. So many people who want attention. And it's not fair for people who earned it. Uh, it really is disgusting because you see human nature at its finest and you take off. I'm so I'm actually so sorry to guys like that because you go through your life trying to find your niche. His niche was doing, uh, you know, what is it? He was on Twitch or whatever gaming spot, and you get 15,000 people in a good way watching you live.
How hard is it to have 15,000 people watch you stream? 15,000. I mean, very few people get like a few hundred. And there are channels coming out the woodwork. It's not easy,
They don't make it easy either. Mm.
especially nowadays. I mean, certain channels, certain platforms, they put more restrictions on people. Is it harder for some people to catch that wave?
I mean, black boys' wishes can be damned. That's all we do. You don't have the right to dream.
How
But
dare you have a thought? How dare you have fun?
where every time I see shit like this, notice they have to make a character named Mister to show abuse in the black community. All we had to do was just open the door. Every time a black man tries to have fun or a black boy tries to study, I think of this one saying, nigga, did I just catch you having fun and reading?
Oh no, my baby and everything. And notice the mother, how she was in that episode of the Boondocks. With the blonde weave and everything. Like his two brothers and with white women and everything. And you realize a lot of things are wrong in that house.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with just having a mama who beats you up all day. and guilt you if you try to swing yourself and get back off the floor. Mm-mm-mm.
Fair point. If I wish.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm just like, hey, we go through these things on a competitive basis, and the one thing we find out is that jealous is a motherfucker.
Chelsea is a motherfucker. Speaking of motherfuckers, I gotta get out of here.
All
Well,
right,
I'll
man.
let y'all later.
All right,
And
man.
in the words of Haku, if y'all watched them recently,
Mm-hmm.
now we show them who the real motherfucking Tongan is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in a minute. Y'all
All right,
stay safe.
all
Have a
right,
good
man.
week as well. One.
Hey, man.
All right, folks, let's get out of here. Back on Monday. Whew. And
Woo!
we out. This is some scary shit.